We're working on a rear bulkhead here. We managed to go to the over to the workshop and took a new piece of sheet metal and bent up a new box here for the side curtains that goes on the bottom of this bulkhead, and I think it'll fit all right. Going to return up the front, and this time we got it wide enough. And I think we've got we got a little, oh, glad that wasn't my foot. We got a little aggressive on this bend up here, but managed to flatten it out a little bit. And this very last bend we'll have to see what that needs, because that bends over that rear rail on the box above the rear end. So we're going to have to wait to see if we need some more angle in that, or just how that sits in there. But I don't think we're going to need any ribs in this. I think this is 22 gauge metal, not the thickest, but it's okay. And get it nailed down. I think it nails down here on these ribs here, and get it all fastened on there. I think it'll be okay. The other thing we did is we made a trip to the fabric store and bought some green felt, and that's always fun, going to the fabric store. And I think eventually what we're going to need to do is line this inside of the box with the green felt. Obviously there's some of the old felt is still on here. We'll get that cleaned off, and line the inside of the metal pan with felt as well, and that'll protect the side curtains when you put them down in there. So I have to do a little more research into that, see exactly how that was done, but I don't think it'd be too complicated. We just glue her in there, just make sure we get it in the right place. Like always, I bought a lot of extra, so when we screw up we can redo it. Still have to sort out this bottom piece of wood here at the bottom of the box. I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do there, but we'll get that figured out. So that's where we are. I think what we'll do is get this metal, and at some point we'll take and punch some little holes in here for they just nail this to this rib. Looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nails or so up there. So we take the Whitney punch and pre-punch some holes in there, so we're not trying to beat a nail down through that sheet metal, and get this pan to the point where we can get it on the box, and then we can get the box on the car and see how it all fits up. And of course, when we get our new wood, there's some other pieces that that go on here, so things will start coming together, hopefully. We're on our side curtain box project here, and we got some green felt. Looks like the experts say that it takes black felt, but ours had green felt in it, so we're going to replace it with green felt. We've got some felt on the sides here, the old stuff we got to get off, and cut some new pieces. We'll glue the sides on there first. Nothing lasts forever. And then I think what we're going to do is cover this whole area here with a piece of green felt. We'll glue it on there and probably the right way to do it is one piece and lap it around, but I'm not that talented, so we'll do it in multiple pieces. And we'll just work on getting this old stuff off of here for now. We did it. We lined this box, at least half of it, with felt. Got the sides and the back side, and we're going to have to line the metal part with felt. We're going to have to work on that. Of course, the other half of the box is this metal pan that we made, and I think we'll have to prime it on the inside and the outside, and then we can glue some felt to the inside, and hopefully that will take care of that. I'm sure somebody somewhere is going to tell me I shouldn't have done this until I did something else, and I may end up learning that the hard way, but for now, for today, this is what we did. And looks nice. I don't know. Like I said, somebody somewhere said this was supposed to be black. The original stuff was clearly green, so, or at least what was in there when I got it was green, so it's green again. And the car is green and the seats are green, so what are you going to do? What we have to do now is cover the other side of our box. We've got our metal pan bent to shape. We're going to have to, I think, scuff this down and put some primer on it at least before we glue the felt on. And we've cut a piece of felt oversized, and I think what we'll do is glue it on there. Start here and work that way, work down into the bottom, and then we can work it around. And I'm going to do the whole bottom of the pocket. And as I remember, this comes up the outside of the backboard, so we won't have to do that. We'll just have to do into this corner here. And then there's another board that goes in here, a bottom rail, and I think we'll cover it separately. So that's what we'll do now. We'll get this out of here. We'll scuff that pan down and shoot some primer on it, and then see if we can glue this piece of felt on there. Well, that's a lot of green. It's like making a pool table, I guess. But we put a little paint on the inside of our metal pan and put some felt on it, and that really should make the inside of our box, of course it goes like this. I'm going to paint the outside, the road side of it, with some truck bed paint, which will have a little texture to it and hopefully protect that against all the road grime and everything, but we'll do that a little later. I'm really not going to assemble this box. I punched some little holes in here with the Whitney punch for our brads to nail that down, but I really think we've got to do a sort of a trial fit, maybe clamp it together and do a trial fit on the car before we go any farther. And I got the fuel tank sitting on there, and I've got the spare tire sitting on there, so probably time to take those off and get them out of the way so we can work on this. We do have our wood order on the way, some of it anyway. Some of it is back ordered, so that'll be interesting, see what we get. But I don't know if this is right, not right. Somebody will tell me maybe. but it's the way I thought it ought to be, so that's what I did. Well, here's a shot of the wooden backboard with the metal pan sort of clamped in place. Got a nice little felt lined pocket there, and we'll see how it ends up when it's all done.